Ladies and gentlemen, American jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. We're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. It's Pearl Harbor Day, a day that will live in infamy. It's also the first day of Hanukkah. So to all my Jewish friends, happy Hanukkah. All right, the Vegas shooting ends up, this was a former North Carolina, not North Carolina University, but a college down in North Carolina professor, applied for a job in Las Vegas University, apparently didn't get it, killed 3 people. Guess who shot and killed him? Vegas University detectives with guns. I rest my case. All right, the debate last night, I did not watch it. I refused to watch it. People have texted me some funny hits from it, but I don't care. It is a complete waste of time. I did hear that they left Trump alone. No kidding. Chris Christie's the big blowhard on stage. I heard Vivek Ramaswamy took down Nikki Haley pretty good. And Ron DeSantis, they said, has some kind of a snake thing going on. He goes like this when he thinks he did good. That's like me on Adipex. All right. Trump is leading in Arizona and Georgia. When are they going to win? Stephen A. Smith, you believe it, actually said he likes some of Trump's policies. Uh-oh. Guess who else said something positive about Trump? Chris Cuomo defended him, said he would not destroy democracy. And Kelsey Grammer is for Trump. See, folks, it's begun. Monmouth poll has Trump way out ahead. Republicans and Democratic Party. All right, Biden doesn't want to debate. Imagine that. Biden's not committing to debate Trump. You know why? Can you imagine it? He'd be out there and say something crazy, stupid. I mean, just think about it. He'd be out there talking to Trump and he'd said, Trump, Hunter ice cream cone dog pony show. Soldier. What did I say? Huh? Where am I? Who am I? What? Where? Then he'd go like this. Right, Spin? Right. All right. Taylor Swift is the person of the year. And you know what? I get it. She conquered music. She's the undisputed. She's the pop star of pop stars. And guess what? She conquered the NFL. And she's conquered Travis Kelce. All right. A truck maker that makes all those box trucks for FedEx, UPS is laying off 900 people. Uh-oh. Microsoft, for $23 billion, bought LinkedIn. One day we're going to sell Eric Deters Media to Newsmax for $1 billion. All right. High-speed rail going from Vegas and L.A. back and forth. They're going to make this in 2 hours. The government's giving them $3 billion. Hey, I just want to announce here that Jamie Spinley and I would like to do a high-speed rail from Cincinnati to Cleveland. Hey, government, give us $3 billion and we'll get it done. I mean, it's insanity. All right, this is how much you need from the time you're married until you die, Jamie Spinley, for everything, your bills, everything, $3.4 million bucks. You guys are not allowed to ask for a pay raise.
You spend that all the time.
You believe that? It's expensive to live.
Yeah.
All right. Jamie Dimon says they ought to get rid of crypto. I'm going to piss off a lot of my, like Jacob Barton, who works for me, and some other people. Folks, crypto makes no sense. None. It's a racket. It represents nothing. I don't get it. It's absurd. Can you imagine the dollar, Jamie, going up to like $20,000 and then going back? It makes no sense. They ought to get rid of crypto. No sense at all. Massey's meme. He put out a meme that was very anti-Semitic, and do you believe it? I stand with Chuck Schumer. He says he should take it down. Thomas Massey. When I run for Congress against him, I would hope the Israeli PACs would help me. McCarthy has announced that he is going to retire. Senate is blocking money going to Ukraine. They're acting like the world's going to end. And RFK Jr. admitted, you ready for this? he admitted that he flew on the plane like way before any of this stuff happened because his wife had a relationship with Maxwell. Told you, don't you like the transparency? How I want to hear everybody else. I want to hear Joe Biden. I want to hear Bill Clinton. I want to hear Bill Gates. Why don't you be like RFK Jr. and tell us about things? Now, I want to go ahead and make sure I got to add this because there's some things that we want to make sure that we get on here. There's some late breaking news. This is important. They're going to hold Hunter Biden in contempt because he won't comply with the subpoena. Let me see. What else? I thought I had something else to add, but that's it. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters' Local News, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. In local news, there's a lawsuit going on because somebody found a bone and they're boneless. That's funny. In Northern Kentucky, Bar Association is elected a new leader. I'm not even going to give you the name because I don't care, but there he is. Doesn't he look serious? Doesn't he look serious? Covington, the city commission meeting, there were Palestinian protesters. They were there to support them saying, peace for Palestine. I guess where's the pro-Israel in Covington? The French Chateau, this big old mansion off Turkey Foot Road that was apparently, they wanted like $9 million. Apparently it was some New York bond lawyer that bought this. Apparently had some hard times. It went to auction. It got auctioned off at $3.8 million. Half the value. Isn't that crazy? That's worth it. Whoever got it, got him a deal. I would not want to live there. I'd rather live in my house. Ohio news. Ohio recreational pot. They're going to change all the rules. Modify all the rules. We'll have more to say about that. 600 and Vine building is going to go up maybe for foreclosure because they lost their largest tenant. I think this is where Randy Freaking's office is. I could be wrong. At least it used to be there. Hugh Hoffman donated $56 million from his estate to the University of Cincinnati for scholarships. He apparently died with like $250 million. Minority Depository Bank. It's been approved. What the hell? A minority depository. Nothing like bringing us all together. Judge Winkler is facing some scrutiny for some of the things that he said on social media relative to an active case. I stand with Judge Winkler. He's a good guy. Probate judge. Cincinnati councilman right here says she wants Ohio to keep Trump off the ballot. Can you imagine if a Republican said, I want to keep Joe Biden off the ballot? They'd say, oh, they're trying to defeat democracy. They're trying to defeat democracy, blah, blah, blah. And I want to also check, let me see here. Make sure there isn't anything extra that I wanted to add here. Nope, nothing extra I wanted to add. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Hello there, you're watching Eric Deters World News. I'm Jamie Spinley with the latest headlines. Today is Pearl Harbor Day, December the 7th, 1941. We will never forget. The United States has grounded its entire fleet of Osprey helicopters after last week's crash, which killed 8 crew members due to malfunction. Japan has also grounded its fleet of 14 Osprey helicopters. A 14-year-old girl shot and killed a classmate and wounded 5 others before killing herself at a school in the western Russian city of Bryansk early hours this morning. Sad. A Guyanese army helicopter with 7 people on board has gone missing near Guyana's border with Venezuela as tensions escalate in a territorial dispute over the region of Escobal. So far, authorities have stressed that bad weather rather than hostile fire is the most likely cause of the aircraft's disappearance. And in Russia, Russia's upper house of parliament has announced March the 17th, 2024 as the date for the country's presidential election. Vladimir Putin is widely expected to run for a 5th term in the upcoming vote. Let's see what happens. From the team and I, have a fantastic day. Cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American Cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries. Well, as part of the NBA playoff, inter-season playoff, Denver lost to the LA Clippers, 111-102. Game between two powerhouses. A Jacksonville Jaguars executive, pictured right here, stole over $22 million. Holy cow. Not very good measures, I guess, put in place. This was big news. The Rutgers, of all teams, the Rutgers signed the number 2 overall recruit for next year, point guard Dylan Harper. Rutgers are going to be good. Let's hear it for New York. Rutgers, the home of Tony Soprano. Tonight, the NFL, what two powerhouses right now are going to play? Patriots versus Steelers. Once upon a time, you know what I mean? Once upon a time. These are the two teams with the most Super Bowls. And they're going to be playing, and the Steelers will kill them. The Yankees and Red Sox pulled off like a 6-player trade. Was it 4-player? I think it's up to 6 now. But anyway, bottom line, I didn't recognize one single name in the trade. All right, Mike McCarthy, the Dallas Cowboys coach, had an emergency appendectomy surgery. Let's hope he's not on the sidelines. I'm just teasing. He's doing a good job this year, except clock management and penalties. But he's doing a good job on the play calling. You ready for this? People wondered about the Bama being in the fight. Guess who had of all the games, all the conference finals, who had the most watchers? Georgia Bama, 17.7. You can't make this up, Josh Wentz. Bama's favored in the Rose Bowl. Oh, so bettors. So Bama doesn't belong. I tell you right, Michigan got screwed. Tom Brady says Randy Moss, and Ocho Cinco couldn't put up 35 points on current NFL teams.
They probably could.
And then Ocho Cinco weighed in and said they ought to have a Pro Bowl between former players and current players. That would be fun. All right, Mariota versus Jalen Hurts at the Eagles. David Carr, a ESPN announcer, says that he thinks they ought to get rid of Hurts till he's healthy, and David Carr and Mariota ought to play for Jalen Hurts. You know who else thinks they ought to do this? The Cowboys this week. Yeah. Bailey Zapp says he's going to be playing for the Patriots. He's going to start tonight. He says, they asked him if he's going to, he goes, well, I heard the news, but I'll let the coach announce it. Bailey. I don't think he's going to do well. And meanwhile, Zach Wilson is going to be the starter this week for the New York Jets. He's back after 2 games. You ready for this? The Belmont Stakes is being moved to Saratoga and is being shortened. Crazy. Brendan Zorsby, the Indiana quarterback, is transferred to UC. Wow. Like that's going to make a difference. The Reds had a Rule 5 draft. I don't know who they got, but I do want, this is late coming in. The Reds have agreed to a 3-year deal for Candelario, the Chicago Cubs, $45 million switch hitter. Yeah. He's an infielder. We don't need an infielder. I don't get it. All right. And last but not least, Harper already has a long contract with the Phillies. Wants an extension and make him a Philly for life. He's all in. Yeah. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to Pop Culture. An abbreviated session today, but that's okay. Panera Bread's being sued again. Their caffeinated drinks are killing people. I don't know if you've been to Panera Bread, if you ever liked Panera Bread. It used to be one of our favorite restaurants. But now if you go to Panera Bread, every portion, every sandwich is like half the size. Same price, half the size.
I've never had it.
All right. This is a funny story. This woman right here, her name is Rosemary Hain, mother of 4, pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor assault. You know what she did? She threw a hot bowl of Chipotle food at a Chipotle worker. Was sentenced to 30 days in jail and 60 days working at a fast food restaurant.
Good.
You don't throw hot Chipotle at a worker's. Come on. Although when I get my Chipotle, it's cold. I microwave it. All right, Taylor Swift's the Time Person of the Year. You know what? I thought this through. And when you think about her concerts, and you think that we got Joe Biden and morons in government. They could have made Trump, obviously, any year because of all his, problems this year. But you'd have to say Taylor Swift's probably the person of the year. She conquered concert tours, and then what does she do? She conquers the NFL. And now she's conquering Kelsey. All right, this was great. After a concert of Hank Williams Jr., apparently a lot of the concert goers went to a Waffle House. The Waffle House broke out, and they started apparently in the bathroom, in a spontaneous rendition of the Waylon Jenny. Yeah, no, not Country Boys Survive. My family. God, what's the name of the song? Josh Wentz, I'm killing his story.
Find it.
It's about his family.
Right.
I'm getting Parkinson. And my producer's no help. He doesn't listen to country music.
No.
I'll find it. Because I sent it to you.
Family tradition.
Yeah, there you go.
You said family. You was close.
Family tradition.
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't edit any of this. We like people to know how raw we are. Family tradition broke out.
Yeah.
It's a family tradition.
Yeah.
You know what the family tradition is? Drinking.
And smoking weed.
By the way, I'm watching the history of country music. Ken Burns is a liberal flake, but he makes a great documentary. I'm watching the history of country music. I am learning a lot. I'm halfway through it. Last night, Hank Williams Jr. died in a car wreck. Sad, sad, sad. You know who the real father of country music's considered the real father? I never knew this. I didn't even know who his name was. Jimmy Rogers.
Oh.
He was like post-depression, and he died young.
Wow.
And then Hank Williams died. Hank Williams looked like he was 45. He was only 29. And then Patsy Cline died in a plane crash. She was only 30. Jimmy Rogers, I think, was like 32.
That's where good die young come from.
Only the good die young. That's right. I hope I live to be old and I'm bad. This is the Bull Talk Every Talk As Their Day. We'll do better next week.